Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to crack the code on two of the most important tenses in English, the present simple and the past simple. And I promise, by the end of this, you're going to feel way more confident using them.
Okay, let's jump right in. Does this sound familiar? You're telling a story, and bam, you freeze, stuck on whether to say go or went. It's such a common thing, don't worry. But the fix, it's actually pretty simple.
So let's get right to the heart of it all. We're going to break down the main difference between these two tenses so you'll know exactly which one to grab. It all really boils down to thinking about now versus then.
Okay, here's the absolute key. You use the present simple for your habits and routines. Things that happen over and over again. Just think every day. Now, the past simple, that's for any action that is completely done. It started in the past and it ended in the past. Think yesterday.
Let's make this real with a few examples. I play video games every day. See, that's a habit. It's a routine. So, present simple. But I played video games yesterday. That action is over. It's finished. So we use the past simple. It's the exact same idea for the others. She posts photos is just what she does. But she posted a photo last night that was a single completed action.
All right, now that you know when to use them, let's look at how to build the sentences. Once you get these basic formulas down for making positive and negative sentences and for asking questions, you're going to have all the tools you need. For positive sentences or affirmative sentences, the structure is super easy. In the present, it's just your subject and the verb. But, and listen up, this is a big one, you have to remember to add that S for he, she, or it. It's the most common mistake for sure. For the past tense, you just use the past form of the verb, which usually means adding ed. But you got to watch out for those tricky irregular ones, like how go becomes went.
Okay, so what if you want to make a sentence negative? You need to call in some backup. I like to call them helper verbs. In the present tense, you'll use don't or doesn't. For the past tense, it's even simpler. You just use didn't for everybody. No exceptions. Think of these helpers as doing all the heavy lifting for you.
And what about asking a question? Well, you just take that exact same helper verb, do, does, or did, and you slide it all the way to the front of the sentence. That's it. The rest of the sentence just stays exactly as it was. So easy, right?
Okay, stop what you're doing because this is the golden rule. If you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. The second you use a helper verb like don't, doesn't, or didn't, the main verb just chills out. It goes back to its original simple form. No S, no ED. Why? Because the helper already did the job of showing the tense. This one little trick will fix so many common mistakes.
You ready for a pro tip? English is actually really helpful sometimes because it leaves you these little clues. I call them cheat codes that tell you exactly which tense you should be using. Once you learn how to spot them, it's almost like magic.
And here are some of the most common ones. When you see words like every day, always, or usually, your brain should just automatically go to present simple. But if you see yesterday, last week, or 2 days ago, well, that's your giant flashing sign that the action is finished, so you know it has to be past simple. This is like your secret map to always getting the right answer.
So, you've got the rules, you've got the cheat codes, but how do you make all of this actually stick? Well, I'm about to share a really powerful tool with you that's going to help you master not just these tenses, but pretty much your entire English journey. It's called a learning log. And as you can see, in Spanish, it's a bitácora de aprendizaje. But what is it really? It's just a notebook or a document on your computer where you practice writing in English. Think of it as your own personal gym for your language skills. It's not for a grade, there's no pressure. It's just a safe place for you to try things, make mistakes, and actually see yourself getting better. And getting started is so incredibly easy. Just 5 simple steps. 1, pick your tool, a notebook, an app, whatever works. 2, always put the date on your entry. 3, set a really small goal for the day, like today's goal is just to practice these 2 tenses. 4 is the most important. Just write. Don't worry if it's perfect. And 5, a few weeks from now, look back. Trust me, you will be blown away by how much you've improved. And hey, here's a super simple template you can use to make it even easier. Every time you write, just jot down the date, your goal for that day, and then your entry. This little bit of structure helps you stay focused and makes it really cool to look back on your progress later.
All right, enough talking about it. It is time to put all this knowledge into action, because practice is where the real learning happens. Let's get you all set up with your very first log entry.
So here it is, your first mission. I want you to open up your new learning log and write about 2 things.
your life right now, and what you did on your last vacation. Think about it. You'll naturally use the present simple to talk about your current routine, what you do every day. And you'll have to use the past simple to talk about your vacation, what you did in the past. It is the perfect real-world practice.
So there you have it. The past simple is for the story that's already finished. The present simple is for your world, right now. The past is written, so what are you going to write about your present? Go start that log. You got this.